What's going on, you guys? Today, I'm going to go over my own photography portfolio. This is designed to help you guys do better, okay? So I'm going to review my own work. We're going to go through my website, and I'm going to tell you about posing for men, posing for women, and I'm going to teach you the small tricks of the trade to help you shoot models better. So I hope that this helps you guys out. So my website, walidazami.com, it's right here, but you also see me typing it in. Here we go. So this is, let's see, my website. This is just the front cover. That's my name. You guys all know that. And then I'm going to actually go, let's go into photographs. And let's go into men first. So we're going to go into the men photos. Gavin Castellanos. Number one, when we look at this photograph of Gavin, one of the reasons why I really love it is that we made sure that the background behind his head was clear, so it's just sky. But also, I wanted to show him in movement. Now, Gavin at this time was a slightly newer model. Now he's super advanced and he's going to be on a TV show. I forget off the top of my head which one, but super talented guy. So I made sure that I bought him ice cream from the streets of downtown LA, and I had him just posing. When you look at what he's doing, basically it's a little bit of movement, and this allows him to feel very comfortable. It's an it's an okay pose. It works, but if the model isn't able to move around as much for whatever reason, you want to give them a prop. The next one, this is for a company that I creative directed for. It's Variant in the fashion tech industry. By the way, companies sometimes bring me in to help them with their visuals. This one, I just wanted this very bored chic. So he is wearing this sweater. That's what the company is for, but I just wanted something very moody. And I told him, and I said, just lean against the wall, sit on the kitchen counter, lean and be pouty and be moody. The thing with guys, male models, is that less is more. With women, they are allowed to be way more extravagant and be more statuesque and be more glamorous and flamboyant. Does that mean you have to follow those rules? Absolutely not. Know the general unwritten rules and then break them if you wish. Make women pose in traditional male poses and make men pose in traditional female poses. Who cares? This again is about just simplicity. It is nothing more than him just looking down at the model. But because he is younger, what I decided to do was go a little bit lower than him so that he's looking down at the camera. When you do that, that helps you look very prominent. Next one. I don't mind that he's mid-sentence talking. We had so many to pick from, but him just sitting there is playful. But never will I make somebody that is much younger look like a victim and shoot down on them. That's a personal thing. I want to explain to you why I did it that way, and maybe you'll adopt that, maybe you won't. Manolo Vergara is Sofia Vergara's son. I wanted to shoot him very old Hollywood style. Again, I want you to pay attention to two things in this photo. The slight brow lift. That gives them so much character. See, with guys, again, rules, the unwritten rules are we're allowed to go like this. Whereas women, we're like, oh no, don't squish the face. Again, you want to break the rules, break the rules. You make up your own rules, right? But in this case, I had him posing and I had him kind of going like this. But I want you to pay attention to that. The slightest bit of expression lightens him up so much. It just gives him so much personality. The other thing is his hand. His hand placement is very fake and staged, but the fingers are fanning out. So that's important, because if it was like this, what is this weird shape? If it was like this, what is this weird shape? With the fanning, it just kind of counts, and it's an odd number. Threes or fives are really great. When it's four, what happens is when it's four, we're like, first of all, that looks weird. Okay, first of all. Secondly, we're like, and these two seem to be a unit. So we start looking at the variations and stuff. When it's three, we don't do that as much. Look at the photograph and you see how that works. He's also not pushing. That looks weird. So he's very, very lightly, like it's almost barely touching him, posing. We never smush, okay? It's a fake smush. Let's go to the next one. Posing. This is a little bit more dramatic. Just looking up. He's not doing a lot, but just looking up. Traditionally, men in modeling, they're used as accessories. Women are the big stars in the front, okay? So with men, we're like, just fill up some screen. Doesn't mean you have to do that. I don't want to keep tiptoeing. You know what I'm talking about. Doesn't mean you have to do that, but just these are what people have done over the years. Looking down, the slightest bit, Todd just looking down, it's a strong photo. It has nothing more than just doing this to your brows and just looking down. Okay, simple. With men, we don't have to do as much. Same thing here. This is just more of just like the slight tilt of a head. That's all that it is. We don't have to do a lot for men. I want to keep showing you this so that you understand with men, it takes just a little bit to work out. Corey, leaning up against glass. Love a good reflection. Just looking down. I said, just do this to your brows a little bit. This is in downtown Los Angeles. My loft was right above it. And I said, just look down, and that's all that it is. It's easier for men to do this. One of the reasons also is that for women, there's usually a whole other color beauty palette on the face, the makeup. Okay, so with men, generally, we don't put makeup. So he's allowed to hide his face. He's allowed to hide his face into the moody shadows. Where for a woman, it's not as encouraged. Make your own rules, of course. Just running on the rooftop of my studio. Super simple, nothing more than just a trot, I guess we'll call it that. His hands just like this, and you see the parka. Okay, nothing more. Look how simple it is. Sitting down at the stool up against a window, just looking at you. Nothing more. Next one, Cody Callahan, just holding on and just looking simple. That's all that it takes. This was for a t-shirt brand. So we shot these again, arms up against the basketball courts, the chain link, looking right at the camera, just turning around just a little bit. And he's putting on his boxing gloves. That's all. Super simple. Okay. Looking down again with men. It's very, very small. Wait until we get to the women. Shadow boxing. Very simple. I love this one over at Venice Beach. Let's look at these guys. It's just in the slightest bit of the guy in the front raising his brows. And it's more of like, hey, what's up? Saying hi to a buddy or just somebody right next to them. And then the other friend in his cowboy vest, denim vesting, just leaning back and looking at you. And again, it's the tiniest bit of just raising your chin to show a little bit of attitude. So when you photograph male models, the lesson in all of this is less is more. Try that. Try the whole less is more approach first. Then you can get brave and you can have them do whatever you want them to do. I'm going to go into the next category. Let's see. Let's go into photographs. Let's actually do fashion because most of my fashion is female based. I want you to see how dramatic women can be in fashion photography compared to men. So here we go. Look at the drama, first of all. The big moody dress, just looking over, the hair blowing the wind, the hand, the big ring in front. She's a star. If you're going to have a big dramatic dress, you have yourself a big dramatic pose and everything, okay? The next one is same thing. You got a big, beautiful, poofy, I don't know what that material is called, the yellow mustardy material. I love this shot, but I just told her, I said, we're going to have a big airplane flying behind you. I want you to just grab it and hold on to it because women generally don't do that, right? You let the beautiful dress fall on the ground. So let's break the rules and let's break it and look down at me. So I wanted to make sure if we're going to have something dramatic, let's have a big dramatic pose. Another example of how women can have more dramatic poses or it's more accepted in photography. Okay, this one again, super simple, so we'll keep it moving. Look at the drama of this. I had her climbing a light tower at the top of this parking structure at the airport. So just even me getting at that level, her just with a big bold pose, what you shouldn't do according to conformist society with a dress, she's doing it and it's a see-through dress. So we're going to be dramatic all the way for her. Okay, next one, let's have some movement, and she's just flying up with the black and white. The dress is flapping a little bit in the wind. Notice the difference between my male models and my female models and how they pose. Again, I can pose her very somber, very minimalist. That's okay too, but generally women have the bigger poses because generally in fashion photography the women are the stars in across the board in absolutely all of the pictures. Look at the drama. She's not just like holding on. She's like literally leaning, holding on and looking at the camera with the wind coming, a good angle where I'm looking up above her. So that's what I want you to see. Drama. This one is a little bit more of a masculine, I guess, if we're going to say like the less is more, she's looking over the shoulder a little bit. This kind of goes against that. But again, drama, even when the guys are just a little bit, she's all the way leaning forward. So you're allowed to do all of that. Look at this drama. The silhouette, the dress blowing in the wind in front of me. Love that. Love this pose. And that's something that I guess you could do this with men and with women. Again, the way she's hanging like this and just looking at the model. It's about the big poses for the women. Here's an example of less is more in women. So you can absolutely do that. In this case, this is Eva Marcel from America's Next Top Model, also Housewives of Atlanta. We're on a helicopter pad. I said, just keep your arms to yourself, almost rocket-like, and just look at the camera. Again, look at the drama. She's just standing, the big airplane behind her. But this one is medium drama, not gonna lie about that. Subtle, good. She looks beautiful. She's wearing an Afghani vest and then more of like this, I guess, Coachella-ish hat. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. So look at this one. Her arms are up. The tassels are flying in the orange dress and the Afghan vest in front of her, the hat. The shadow is dramatic right here. The movement is dramatic. The movement of the dress is dramatic. The movement of her arm is dramatic. And even the mouth, the way that it's open, it's more of like that. That's dramatic. So that's what I mean when I say with women, generally you can go big. It's more appreciated. Look at this big pose. Ashley Robertson from the Pussycat Dolls, one of my favorites. Big pose. This is another model. This is actually on my living room floor in downtown Los Angeles. And she's using my Super 8 camera. Now, who shoots like that, right? But I was like, go for it. Just do what you want to do. And so she's actually just like really arching her back, super dramatic, connecting with the camera from the corner of her eyes, very in control. So even though she's on the ground, arched, and the camera shooting down at her, the way she's looking at the camera is really, really big. And the fact that she's watching you, but she's also very much in control. And the way she's using that the Super 8 camera is almost very gun style too. So I appreciate that. This does not show her as weak. This shows her as actually very much in control. Okay. The next one, this is Taylor. Again, look how subtle it is. The fact that his shirt is open is a little bit dramatic, but it's just this pose by his mouth. Okay, let me give you a little behind the scenes in this picture. So Taylor's gonna come out with Kissing Booth 3 on Netflix, I don't know, sometime early 2021. He's one of my best friends, so I know how to get him mad. He just wasn't giving me 100% of what I wanted. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get him mad. So poor guy. So he would pose. I'm like, nope, no, that's bad. And poor guy would just like, he would just go like this and he would just move. I'm like, no, that's wrong too. No. And so he started getting upset at me, right? Because I like the way that he looks when he gets upset. That look right there was Taylor literally looking at me and wanting to murder me. But there were other people on set. I'm so proud of myself. There were other people on set, so he couldn't really react. But that is straight up like he wants to kill me. But it got me the shot. But it's so subtle. It's all about that finger on the lip. That's what makes the picture, besides the fact that he's got the good abs. But so it's about the subtlety. I want you just to see the difference in men and women, okay? Look at her with the lips on her shirt. The drama of it all. The drama. Who flicks their hair like that? She does, and she looks very, very good at it. So I wanted you to just see this. Now, again, I've said this over and over throughout this video. Break the rules if you want. Just know what the masses want and then break the rules. And this is how you build your style. This is how you build your portfolio. All right, you guys, make sure you check out the video right up here. My name is Walid Azami. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you learned something. I hope you learned about the subtleties of posing and the different angles and how to make models feel more comfortable, all of that. Click subscribe, hit like. If you have any more questions or comments, leave those down below. I read them all and I respond. Okay? Thanks so much. My name is Walid. I'll talk to you guys next time.